Okay, this is an impromptu one. Hello, I normally do this every Thursday, but I thought I'd do one today. The reason being, it's my birthday and I've taken the day off. And I've come to this place called Chongqiao. So let me just turn the video. You can see, not bad, huh? Not bad at all. It's kind of like historically a fishing village. This part of it is a bit of a harbour for a few pretty nice boats like that kind of copper coloured one. Blimey, yeah, pretty cool. And I'm just by a temple, so hopefully I'm not being too sacrilegious here doing this video. So yeah, so as I said, it's my birthday, and I never work on my birthday. That's been my rule. And again, it comes back to owning your time, owning your situation. I've just made sure that I always book it off, and this is the third year running I've come to this island because it's quite quaint, it's quite quiet. Well, a few bikes around in terms of tourists. I mean, well, there are no cars and buses or anything like that. So you get by bike or you walk, and as the sweat might tell you, I've been walking. It's bloody hot. It's 32 degrees today. But also, whenever I do this trip, I also look back at old diaries. You know, I've kept diaries for, this latest incarnation about 15 years. But then I kept it then there was a gap of about 10 years, and I did it before that. So I was looking back at diary entries from 15 years ago, and some of the comments were surprisingly or starkly like they are now, in terms of my issues or not about confidence, and I need to sort myself out work-wise or enterprise. So, but it's almost good that the same narrative or the same themes are there in terms of my wish to build enterprises around escaping the rat race, basically. That's really kind of what it is. But I'm taking it from the perspective of protecting yourself when you're already in the rat race. You kind of want to hang on, but if you kind of get kicked out of it through redundancy, through being downsized, whatever, then you know what to do to kind of protect yourself. And yeah, as I said, it was quite interesting just reading my old comments. So that's consistent. And yeah, my life's moved on from some comments 15 years ago. Actually, no, so I was looking at comments from 11 years ago. And yeah, I've moved on. I mean, since then, I've married, a couple of kids, still in Hong Kong, different house. I've been in the same road for a number of years, but I've moved since then, and different job. But there's no but. Why did I say but? And yeah, and I'm kind of grateful for what life has, because that's the only thing you can really control. You can't control a lot of the outcomes. Circumstances happen. You have to react. You have to adapt. And yeah, I'm sweating. Yeah. Oh. Check me out. You have to adapt to circumstances. And so yeah, so I mentioned in my last video, I'm trying 5 side hustles. Given that I only did the last video yesterday, there isn't really much update beyond the fact that I'm even more determined to kind of bring some intensity. That was a word that came up in my diary from 13 years ago. I was missing intensity, because I've always had the ideas. Ideas are 2 a penny. Action is in limited supply, but also intense action. Apply myself properly. That's been missing. So I am even more determined. I'm saying it now on camera. I'll look back at this in 6 months and go, even more determined to work these different ideas. I dipped into my old files in terms of the t-shirt making, and I kind of looked at some of the stuff I'd thought about before. It's like, that was kind of good. Why didn't I apply it then? Now with AI, I can. So I will be working on that. I plan to have a plan of action in terms of timeline, because obviously Christmas is less than 90 days away. Shopping season kicks in earnest after Halloween, so I need to start getting some designs out, stick them on. Again, this is the vanity project. This isn't my longer term career switch dynamic, but again, these are all interlinked. They're all about building up skills, skill stacking, reapplying them in ways that are different to how I learn them. I'm never going to be an expert at design, t-shirt design, but then there aren't many, I could be wrong, but I don't think there are many investment advisors that are specialist t-shirt designers as well. So maybe there's a way I can incorporate that. I don't know. I'm just looking at ways in which to build skills that have value, that I can leverage together, and make sure that I am staying relevant. Again, it's been a while since I've done any formal education. I went through a phase of making sure that I had a few more certificates, stuck it on my LinkedIn, whoopie-doo. But I've kind of gone off that. I've just been too tired or too distracted. But I need to get a few more certificates, a few more ideas going. Let me just give you a bit more view. I'm a sweater at the moment. So I need to be a bit more intentional with my activities. I need to try out a lot more different stuff. It's different stuff. That's what I gotta do. A lot more different stuff. A lot more. Just a lot more stuff. It's I'm kind of losing track of comments now, because I am pretty tired. I've walked for, I don't know, the 10,000 steps have been done a couple of times over, that's for sure. Walked a few miles, that's why I've had a break in this place that's really quiet and really peaceful before I head back to catch the ferry back to Hong Kong Island. But yeah, this is pretty cool around here. So I am even more determined to apply myself. Again, right ideas are always there. The ideas are always there, but it's about making an effort to use them. And I was looking in a Facebook group I'm a member of, just a Hong Kong one, and there was a comment by someone who was talking about his personal finance issues, concerns, posted anonymously, obviously, and did anyone know any coaches on personal finance? And I don't do that anymore. And I kind of slept on it. I thought, well, I don't do it anymore, but I've put together an ebook on it. I have different resources I've built up over the years. I can give guidance, even though I can't actually do the work these days because it's a conflict of interest with the bank I work for. But why look a potential business opportunity in the mouth, horse in the mouth, and which is what I would do normally. So I posted on the group page and said to DM me for any more comments, and if there is any comments, perfect, and if anybody else reaches out, I know there's a market for it. So I'm starting to be a bit more intentional, and that's it. Bye bye.